Hi everyone, welcome to my page Red Stitchery. My name is Katie and let's chat about cross stitching. Today we're doing summer recap, basically everything that I've stitched during summer month. I'm gonna show you my progress in here. If you're interested, a couple videos before at the beginning of the summer, I did film summer plans, so if you want that effect of did I really achieve those plans, go check out this video first, come back to this one and see if I really achieve all those goals that I set for myself. Spoiler, probably not. I kind of didn't stitch much, I feel like, but I still very excited to do the recap, remember all the little moments. If you've been watching my videos weekly, you most likely know everything I'm gonna show you today, but there is couple progresses that you haven't seen yet, or one big finish that I haven't shown you yet because I literally finished it a couple days ago. So let's begin. I've decided I'm gonna split this into like 3 little logical parts, show you my finishes, show you my progress, and then new starts that happen during the summer months. So let's begin. I have over here this adorable basket that I was able to find in a thrift store, and inside I have to show you all my minis that I stitched by Oksana Yershova. Earlier this year, she and my friends sent me an amazing package, and she was such a kind that not only she helped my friend to send me a package with presents, she also sent me some of her kits. So this is kits on acrylic or wood canvases. So the canvas already shaped in the shape of the future projects. I've showed you these so many times. And finally, I'm gonna show you all of them together. Not only I finished stitching them, but I finally glued the backing, which in my previous video I told you I didn't know what kind of glue to use, and I think I finally found it. It's that B700 7000. So this one worked great for wood, for acrylic, for floss, so like nothing melted, nothing got damaged. It worked great. It glued very quick, but it also gave me a time to kind of adjust the felt so it's placed correctly. So it's not like you attach and it's immediately glued. No, it gave me time to place it where I need it to be. I press it with my hand, and then I put something heavy, but not heavy just like break the beads, but heavy to press it. Left it there for a couple minutes, and that's it. It's all glued together. So here's all my finishes, lots of smalls. Still don't know how I'm gonna count them as a finish itself, or like 2 as a finish. I think since it was an individual kits, I guess I can count them as an individual finish. But we have 2 winter birds, pine cone that I am absolutely obsessed. I'm planning to stitch more of these because I have this idea of I want a tree decorated with these pine cones. So don't know if I'm ever going to achieve this idea, but I have an idea. Mimosa flower, Christmas house, a little toy train, turtle. That was my first one, and I also did a little like hoop with the leftover beads so I can hang it somewhere. And broccoli. It's so random, but I think it's probably one of my favorites. I would say these two. They all were fun, all easy to stitch. I enjoyed them all, but I don't know. These would be probably my 2 favorites, even though I love them all. Like pine cones, I want so many more to stitch. The birds definitely gonna be a decoration part, like all of it gonna go probably on a Christmas tree. But these 2, if I would have to pick which one I would like recommend, or I'm absolutely in love, obsessed, it will be these 2. Unfortunately, there is no way right now to purchase these or even the charts. Again, I will leave the Boosty link in the description. Wherever the chart's available there, that would be it for now. I don't think she is working on her Boosty, so just gonna patiently wait when the time will be here to purchase this amazing at least charts would be amazing if the kits will be available. Unfortunately, it's not. But I just want to show you that stuff like this exists, and if you want to find something similar, there's lots of designers who do something very similar. Absolutely different designs, different styles, but prepped canvas, either acrylic or wood. Just Google on Etsy, like cross stitch on wood canvas, and lots of options gonna pop in. But I have a couple more designs by her that she gifted to me, and some of them are fall themed, so I think I'm gonna keep stitching them slowly and eventually even like get more and more from to grow my collection of the smalls. Dimensions, I showed you this one couple of videos ago and gave you all the details, so go check it out on my channel. As you can see, it's still not finished. I did had a plan to put in a frame. I did not have time, motivation, or inspiration to do so. So as for right now, it's still just like a finish, whipped but not done. And also I'll need to fix a back stitch right here. It's kind of wobbly, so we'll have to figure out something there. So it's not FFO yet, but yet it's a finished project. I've started it last year, sometime during summer. A year later, I finally finished it. Another finish that I recently showed you, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. If you want to hear all the details, I showed the finish with all the details on beads and cross stitch and all of that, I think a couple videos before. In my previous stitch updates, I showed you all the details, how I finished it to the pillow, or like share with you all the details, what I stopped it, and so all of that info. And right now we're just going to see it one more time. My first pillow with original, now rare to find ceramic button by Mill Hill. This is Mill Hill Kit, Summer Cottage, adorable, cute, very proud of myself. It's my, again, first pillow. It was a very fun experience to stuff it, sew it together and all of that. Again, very proud of myself, very cute. I definitely going to keep growing my pillow collection because now I'm obsessed and I want to get more baskets so I can like do little compositions and put my pillows in the baskets. I think it's super adorable. And now finally to a fun part, to a finish that you haven't seen yet. So this is Prairie West Sampler, designed by Janet Douglas. And this is my first ever sampler like this. And usually I started doing this thing when I would film a full video dedicated to one finish, especially to something big like this, especially where each row you stitch, there's something different, something interesting, new techniques and all of that. However, with this one, all I can say, that was a huge learning curve, and I have nothing to say, only because I don't think I can put my brains together. But let me show you my finish first, and just like we'll go step by step from there. It's huge. I kind of tried to iron it, but I didn't want it to get ironed, so it's long, like it can even fit on my table. So we're gonna start from the top. I've started it in January of 2024, so this whip has been my whips for a year and a half, and I said in my plans that I really want to finish it this summer, and I did so. So it started all super easy, just regular stitching and crosses, half stitching. That was super easy as far as I remember, because all of this was stitched back then in January. Courses were super easy, was stitched with variated floss. So far so good, so far so good. There's some beads. Then we got to the feathers, and I think that was the first moment when it got a little bit difficult, and the progress got so much slower, because basically there was no instruction of how to do it. They say in a description, because the samplers like this, they come, like each row comes with a description, right? So it kind of tells you like basically from center to the side. I think designer says something like here, I will find it. There you go. It literally says whatever floss to use. These were truly done freely, but I have tried to chart it, and that's how it was charted. So basically take a floss, put it whatever you want, and I think me as a person who like instructions. I like my step-by-step guidance. I am INTP, if you know what it means. I like my steps. So for me, that was very frustrated because I needed to get out of my comfort zone, but hey, I did it. At the end, I think it turned out great. Especially I like the moment that the pack, because I had an original pack, comes with like a whisper floss and like the ends stitched with those whispers, so it looks like true real feathers. So I did it, but I think that was the first moment when I was like, I don't really like it. Also, I will say I would like the charts that comes in the description a little bit better, just because do I have to start from the, like, is that count as a square it's of a fabric? Does it count as a square as a 2/2? Why it comes from the middle, not from the end? Like, these charts kind of confuse me, but that's why I think it took me so long. All of it was fun and easy. Then we got to the buffalo, which his hair right here also stitched with the whisper. I just haven't brushed it yet. And then this right here, it's the bullion, I think the name of it, stitch. And I remember it took me like 5-6 times to do it right, but I've done it, and now I have no idea how I did it, but I did it somehow. Now this this is supposed to be hay bales, and I stitched them as the chart tells me to, right? So the only reason why they turned out so dark would be if I separated my floss at the beginning wrongly, but everything else looks the same. This is how they're supposed to look on the preview. You can see they have like the orangey yellow color. Mine look like cows just went by and left something after them. And you know what? I'm not gonna change it. It's really frustrated me because maybe you will point to my mistake. I spent hours of looking at it. I think I figured it out where my mistake was, and it's on me, but it's also very confusing. So here is the key chart where we see DMC, symbols, and then special threads. And instead of taking DMC, I went for the special threads. I don't know why. In my brain, I guess I've decided that DMC is showing as a substitution, like if you don't have this color, use DMC, because before I never even look in here, because in here they just tell you to so they just tell you a full description, either you need a special thread or DMC. Here it just says stitch as a charted, so when I open the key chart I follow the special thread, not DMC. So that was my mistake, and you know what, I'm keeping it because I'm so tired of this project. Maybe one day I will like, okay, I will change the colors, but as for right now, I'm so tired of this project. I don't want to touch it. I just want to put it in my finished pile and just forget about it. And then another thing, from the beginning where I made a bunch of mistakes, I didn't mark for myself the start and the finish. And then even if I would, I've noticed even in a chart, lots of elements, they don't go like symmetrical. So it's not just my mistake of started in the wrong way. Even if I would start it in the right way, the way they charted, it's not symmetrical, and that also was bothering me. So I think in the future, because I have a couple more charts like that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a floss definitely and chart it for myself, start and end. I'm going to look at the chart, find the middle, and from the middle count where the start should be. That way I feel like it's going to be looking okay. For example, I think that's the, I forgot this animal, but the tail over here was weirdly charted and I couldn't understand what I was supposed to do. This right here supposed to be a 3, was it supposed to be a 3/4? I think it was supposed to be a 3/4. Now all of a sudden I understand it. I don't know, but no. Just no. Basically what I'm trying to say, I'm very new at this type of charts. On one hand, it's very, very fun because each row is like a separate finish where you can have fun and do something different, learn a new technique. Fun, I agree. On another hand, I wish instruction were more particular, more step by step. The instruction, I think that's what wasn't it for me. It's the instructions. But however, it is a finished project. All of it is done. I had so many moments when I was like, skip this row, just be done with it. But no, I haven't skipped anything. All of it is a finish. I should change it. I should restitch it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it because I will be honest with you. I'm very, very tired of this project and I'm just happy that it's finished. It's very skinny. Like my hand is bigger than it's not as wide, for example, as my hand. And it's very, very long. So put in a frame, I think would be a good idea. I originally thought I would make it as a banner, but that's gonna be a huge banner. Also, so I think framing something like this would be a good idea, but we'll see. As for right now, I'm so tired of this project, I don't want to think about it. So we're just gonna keep it as it is. Okay, now so the reason again why I didn't film like my full opinion or like leftover floss and all that like I would normally do with interesting projects like that, only because I made so many mistakes. Some of those moments I was just stitching, I feel like it was like my body was just stitching it, my brain wasn't braining, as you can see by this row right here. So I wasn't really into it 100%. And I don't know, is it because of the type of the chart, as this type of sampler maybe not for me? Was it new and my brain couldn't adjust it and that's why I was like refusing stitching it? Maybe it's because the way this particular designer charts it, it's not for me. So I'm trying to understand. It's kind of upsetting me because I do like the way they look. I have a couple more in my stash, but seems like I'm not quite enjoying it, the process like I would normally do. So I will definitely give something like this a try again, and hopefully it was just the first experience and the other one's gonna get easier. But yeah, so that's the reason why I'm not gonna do a full video on it. I'm just gonna show you in this part of my finishes and we're gonna be done with this project. I just want to move on to something new. And yeah, let me show you the progresses that I was able to put on my already existed whips during this summer. Before moving on to the progress on the whips, I completely forgot about one more finish. This is my first ever stitch on clothing. First time ever using water dissolvable canvas. This is this adorable patriotic bear. Very patriotic, that's the name of the chart, that's right. And that was from this magazine, Just Cross Stitch, summer 2025. Again, this is so far one of my favorite modern printed magazines. This one particular full of fun, interesting designs. Usually I don't buy modern cross stitch magazines because barely ever I like more than one, maybe even one design, where here half of this magazine I want to stitch. And I started with this adorable bear. I stitched it for the 4th of July. So now I have a 4th of July t-shirt that I'm gonna wear every year. Now we're going to move on to the whips progress. At the beginning of my summer plans video, which I did say that I'm not really setting any plans, I'm just dreaming. So I'm not that upset actually that lots of them I didn't achieve. Anyway, This is all for embroidery, blue hydrangea, and I said I would love to finish this bottom of this project, so next year I can finally finish it, and I didn't. Still, there is some progress that more than I showed you at the beginning of the video. I finished this part right here, and I even move on to stitching at the middle, the center of it. So technically I did hit the bottom of this project. There's this right here, there's nothing else. Technically it is a bottom of this project, that's it, there's nothing else gonna be further, but the goal was to finish this whole bottom part. I didn't. I stopped here, so next year I still have a lot of stitching to do. I will need to finish this part, and then I will have to stitch this whole top part, but this is okay. I think this year I moved to 50%, so right now 50% of the project is done. And as I said before, the reason why this project is stitching so slowly, because it's 40 count, and I've decided that 40 count for me, it's too small. It's too uncomfortable, so for the future projects, I think the smallest count I'm ready to go, it's 36, and the smaller count I will pick only if it's absolutely necessary, absolutely must, needed, and so on and so on. 40 count is just too tiny for my eyes. But there it is. And another thing, I think for this particular project, 40 count was a mistake, because Owl Forest has an amazing floss with variation. They color that themselves, and you can barely see any variation in this project, and I think that's why it's less fun for me, because I was hoping to work with that variation floss to have fun with that, and it's not really showing. It's not really fun, so yeah, I think that's why it's going slow. Small count, it's not really fun for me to stitch, so that's why it's so slow. Anyway, I'm very happy that I achieved a mark of 50% this year. It means only 50% needs to be stitched next year, and next year it must be a finished project for sure, because it's been in my whips for too long. Project that I dreamed about, you helped me with picking the fabric and all of that, and I think that's the right way. This is Maria Barber. There's gonna be a beautiful bird over here. I don't remember the name of the chart, and I don't have the magazine where it's printed near me, but I will answer a preview over here. That's it. That's all the progress I've done. And yeah, I've dreamed about this project for so much, but I really wanted just to start it, because I have so many projects that I was my goal to push them into finish at least this year, or put a good progress on it. So all the new starts that were done this year, I didn't really spend much time. So this is going to be one of those projects that are going to be actively stitched next year, but for this year, this is probably going to be it, and we're just going to put it away till next year. Biscarnio by Reflets de Soie. That was in my plans to start. I did started it, and I haven't put any more progress since the last time I showed it to you, because again, I've been working on those projects to finish by the end of the summer, or to put much progress, or like there's a couple projects that I'm really trying to finish right now. So all the new starts kind of like waiting patiently for me, because I'm really trying to finish older projects. But this is one of those that definitely need to be not forgotten for too long, because otherwise I'm afraid to lose all the beads or anything. So as soon as I in the mood to work with beads, I'm gonna pick it up and slowly put some progress in it. I just need to do like a row a day, you know, do a row, that's it, put it away, continue working in a progress, and eventually by the end of the year it's gonna be finished or something like that, because it does take a lot of time. This is 36 count, you work with Petit beads, so it's not your regular bead work, I feel like. So it does take a lot of time and attention, but it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. Sandy Orton, I forgot to bring a preview, the chart. So I'm gonna answer how it's gonna look like. I do participate in Sandy Orton SAL, where each month we have to post our before and after. Nothing has been done since the last time I showed you, which I will soon be going to put some progress on it because I need to be ready by the 15th of September. Some progress. I think the minimum stitching you must done, it's 500. So in the future stitch updates, you're going to see this project more because it's one of those that doesn't matter what kind of season is outside, I'm gonna keep stitching because again I'm participating in Sandy Orton SAL, so it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. I am kind of worried that I started in a wrong spot and the fabric not gonna be enough, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's gonna be fine. Hi, Hummingbird and Fuchsias. I told so many times about this project. It was in my plans to start and I did. Nina, if you're watching, hi to you again, because Nina is very talented. She is printing these amazing fabrics. As you can see, I did substitute the original that comes in this kit because the original that comes in this kit just, I'm sorry, but it's not for me. It's kind of ugly. So I was very happy that I was able to find Nina. I leave link to her Instagram every time I talk about her, so this time also you will be able to find a link to her Instagram and you can see what else she has in her huge collection of those printed fabrics. DM her, she will help you with your order and all of that stuff. But since the last time I showed you, as you can see, I did grab it because all this floss over here was working on my back stitch, so it kind of looks like a mess. But I finished stitching on this flower that hasn't blossomed yet, did some petals over here and put some back stitch. I really want to work on back stitch. Also, instead of stitching with 2 strings for back stitch over here, I picked up DMC Perlier number 12. So the thickness of number 12 Perlier, it's like 2 DMC flosses together, and I think it looks better if this way, if I instead of using the 2 strings of DMC floss. So very messy. I don't know if I'm gonna keep working on it during the fall. As for right now, I'm keeping it on a frame, but if I will notice like in a month that I haven't picked it up, the fall projects really took all of my attention, I am going to take it probably off the frame so it doesn't get dusty over a year. I'm gonna come back maybe next spring, summer, next year and hopefully finish, because the project is very small. It's not that big. I think there's less than 10,000 stitches. So for me, technically I can finish it like in a month, but I will be honest with you, right now I'm filming it on September 2nd and it's only been 2 days of full stitching, which I'm super excited to show you. I already put so much progress in 2 days on fall themed projects and they totally took my mind. Like I am 100% into fall stitching now, so I doubt it I will put any more progress on any of my spring or summer like stitching, but we'll see what's going to happen. I'm kind of upset that I didn't really spend too much time on this project during this summer. However, next year it's definitely going to be one of those that are going to be just a finish because it's small, it's fun, and I cannot wait to see how all of it stitch going to look on this amazing fabric. Kind of trying to be fast, otherwise we're gonna be here forever. Next project, it's lemons and blue hydrangea. I'm gonna again answer the picture. I found this chart on my bobbin. I am so sorry, I don't remember the name of the designer, but I will leave a link if you're interested. Last year I've decided to be cool and I've decided, hey, it's gonna be my first project that I'm going to stitch completely Petit stitch. So I'm stitching 1/1 full cross on, I want to say it's 25th count. I didn't save in piece of fabric, but yeah, that's the same fabric that I stitched the Mill Hill egg. So it's 25th count, 1/1 full cross. I didn't put too much progress, but at the beginning of this season there was 10% and now there's 12, so some progress was put. Again, if you watch my summer plants video, you will see it's noticeable. There was a lot of empty spaces here in between the little flowers of the hydrangea, and it's all filled out. I even wanted to do some backstitch, but I've decided I'm going to finish this like quarter of the bouquet over here first and then put some backstitching. And honestly, I love the way it looks. I think me stitching 1/1 was an amazing idea. It's very fun. At the end, it's gonna be amazing. But next year, next summer, it's gonna be 3 years whip. And for me, it's too long. I don't like when my whips are so long in a process. So maybe sometime this year I will try to put just a little bit more progress in it, at least take it to the 15%, so next year I can really spend my time into this project. But definitely not gonna be a finish this year. 1/1 takes your time, takes your attention, and it's not quite easy. The back, it's completely mess, but that's what you get when you stitch with 1/1. So there it is. So I'm happy that I stitched at least one day, one evening. Some progress better than nothing. Project that I really tried to finish this summer. I'm not gonna take it off the hook because it's very working in progress. This is Summer Angel by Lavender and Lace. Hi. You sleeping? Okay, I'm gonna keep filming, okay? If you hear any snoring, it's Bella in her favorite spot while filming, sleeping at her book nook spot. Anyway, let's come back to the whips. So this is Angel of Summer. Since the last time I showed you, I put some progress in it, and now there's 85% is done. So I have only 15. Only 50%, it's the project gonna be ready. There's less than 5,000 stitches left, which includes beads and cross stitching that left to do. And as you can see, I started working on her beautiful wings. They're gonna be huge. They're gonna go all over the place. I finished this bow right here, and right now I'm just working on her wings. Definitely takes some time. I am tempted to move to her hair because I think it will be fun, but I've decided just do the wings first, just get it done and over with. I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to work on this wing as much as I can. There's a second wing picking up over here. I'm gonna done this one too because I think I put the hoop in the right place where I can get all of it done. Then I'm gonna move on to the hair, and then I'm gonna move the hoop, put it over here, finish her wings, and finally move to her skin, which, to be honest with you, I've kind of thinking lately is a good idea to do it 1/1 because the way her face and hands designed, it's like group of stitching that I'm afraid if I'm gonna stitch with Petit, it's gonna be very patchy, and that means that I will have to like not rechart but kind of like adjust the skin tone and all of that. Since I'm very new at that, I don't know if I want to do it. So I've decided I'm gonna make this decision when the time to do her skin will come, because if I'm gonna be in the mood just to be done or over with, you know what, designer charted a full cross, a regular cross, so why try to do Petite? But if we will be really in the mood where I'm like, you know what, no, I have to try it, I will try it. So I'm kind of starting to thinking like, do I really need to? Because I really just want to be done and over with this project. Again, I did a restart this year. I started her in May. As I said before, today is this September 2nd, so it was a very heavily stitched project this summer. I spent so much time on her. Daily, at least 300-400 stitches were done, and I'm so close to be finished with this project. I have only 15% left, and the amount of the beads here too, it's going to be a lot. So let me show you what else I've been stitching this summer. Flowers of Paris, Dimensions. I am absolutely in love with this project. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but unfortunately, as you can see, none progress have been put since the last time I showed you. I still have kind of hope that maybe I will pick it up this fall, because why not? I really enjoy this project. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, there's some progress, some projects that I know for sure I can finish, where this one I can finish too, but only if it's going to be my primary project, which is not going to happen because I have other ones. So I'm like, might as well just keep it till next spring. 1/3 of the project is done, and just finish it next year, because I think, again, the most, not difficult, but a little bit complicated part is already stitched. So everything else that left, at least by looking in the preview, I think it's going to be fast and enjoyable stitch. So we'll see. It's kind of same situation as a Hummingbird. If I next month will reach for it, great. If not, we're just gonna put it away till next summer, springtime, and finish it next year. I was kind of hoping to finish it this year, to be honest with you, but again, I worked on so many projects, and this year, I thought last year I let myself start a lot of projects. No, this year I even allowed myself to start even more projects. I don't know how to stop it, and I think I don't want to stop it. I'm having lots of fun. So I guess, yeah, I guess next year it's going to be definitely a project to must be finished. But I did put a lot of progress on it during this summer, because at the beginning of the summer, this vase and this tulip was stitched. All of this, it's what I was able to stitch this summer, including lots of back stitching over here. So I'm still very proud and happy with the progress I was able to put on this project this year. Next project I put on my new frame that, if you know, you know, I am working on it right now, gathering my thoughts, my opinion, and soon I'm gonna post a video, full opinion on the frame and a stand. If you know, you know, it's like a very viral frame and stand right now, at least on TikTok and Facebook. But I stretch over here my Celestial Dragon by Teresa Winsler, that I'm also participating in the SAL. Also, I have to stitch at least 500 stitches every month and post my before and after. And there is some progress that I haven't showed you. So since the last time I showed you, I finished completely this blue part. I moved on to this corner. When I hit the corner and stitch completely this part, move on horizontally to the second corner, keep working in a dragon. There's a lots of beading and lots of back stitching needs to be done. This frame is very heavy to hold by hand. Anyway, since the last time I showed you, again, I finished this blue corner over here, and with this interesting stitching, I moved out to the top. Now I just need to connect this two over here, finish the frame, do the Petit stitching in the middle, and this corner gonna be finally done. I do miss the dragon. I actually want to stitch the dragon, but I do need to connect it all. So I decided keep working on the corner and just keep working on it. It's Teresa Winsler, it takes lots of time, lots of concentration. So I'm just slowly stitching it, 500 stitches at least at a time. The fabric, the way it's stretched, it's so like a drum. I have a lot of thoughts actually, some good, some bad, so I'm very excited to film the video about the frame and the stand too. But let's come back to the Celestial Dragon. Here is my progress so far on this project also. My first Shatterlane, this is miniature dragonfly tile. My first ever Shatterlane that I started last May, and this year I really wanted to finish it this summer, but it didn't happen. So now the goal is to finish it by the end of the year. Since the last time I showed you, there is no progress been done. It's a very interesting project. I do enjoy it a lot, but it does need to be stitched on a day when I know that nothing is disturbing me. I have nowhere to be. I can get comfortable, because it takes me so long to get into the rhythm of stitching this project. but as soon as I found it, it just flies. Again, I just need to keep working on this interesting stitching around it. There's gonna be a gold frame around it, and then just beads, beads, and more beads, and finally project gonna be finished. So I really think I will be able to finish it by the end of the year, but that's like deadline, the end of the year. I hope I will be able to finish earlier than that, but I have 4 months, and I really hope I will be able to finish it. I also had a new amazing start by Riolis this year. Riolis gifted me this kit, and I actually made a whole video dedicated to this brand where I showed you how I start my Riolis. We opened and started this project together, and I also showed you my huge collection of Riolis kits that I have. I think it was a very fun and interesting video, so if you're interested, go to my channel and check it out. But this is Spring After Beaded painting. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but this is just gorgeous, amazing, absolutely love it. I fell for it the second I saw the release, so I dreamed about this kit. So forever thankful and grateful for Riolis that they sent me that kit as a gift. And I do have an amazing progress to show you. Well, for me, amazing. For you, probably nothing really changed. But I achieved 5% on this project. And as a reminder, if you count all the stitching, all the back stitching, everything, there's almost 50,000 stitches that needs to be done. This is 30 by 50 centimeters project. This is huge. I started it from the middle, right here, and I achieved 5%. Yes, it looks like madness, but this is wool acrylic, and for me this is the best, most comfortable way to fix flaws of wool acrylic. And I think you can now understand way better than before where exactly I am on a chart, right? This, it's this, and finally I got to the purple parts. It's right here. So I stitched all of this. I've been stitching it for the past week, like an hour before I go to bed, and that helped a lot. Lots of like, for me this is a lot of progress, because 1%, it's about 450 stitches. That's a lot. That's like an evening of stitching. It's only 1% of this project. This project gonna be huge. Right now I don't know where to move, because logically it will be to move over here so I can finally hit the side of the project, but I don't have enough room, and I will have to move my hoop, and I don't want to do it because I think unfortunately I will have to put this away till next spring. So I think what's going to happen right now, it works for me to work on it before my bedtime. And you know what, if I'm gonna keep doing it, maybe one day I will move the hoop and I will keep it no matter what kind of season it is. But if I'm gonna get tired of it, I'm gonna get tired of it. So right now, whatever space I have, I'm just gonna keep working on it, and when the time will come to me that I have to absolutely move my hoop, I either gonna do it or I'm gonna take the hoop and put it away till next spring. But 5% is an amazing, again, amazing progress for this project. And I also have so much back stitching to do over here, but I want to stitch a little bit more. Again, I think I'm gonna keep stitching to the moment where there's no more room for me to stitch, and then I'm gonna do the back stitch, because otherwise it's like I don't have enough room for me to walk with my back stitch. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not time yet. I did start it a little bit over here, but for the rest of it, it's not time yet. So I'm just gonna keep stitching and we'll see what's going to happen. But I am obsessed already, and I cannot wait to this moment, Oh, like right here, right here, I can stitch my first dove. And all these purples. I mean, this project is absolutely beautiful, amazing. I was able to work just a little bit on my night by Verdanta. Again, I will link. Hi. I will leave a link on the description to my bobbin website. That's where I bought my chart. I put tiny little bit progress since the last you've seen it. I add some gray stitching over here. Finally moved to those gorgeous clouds on this part. Work with yellow. I think I finally achieved also 10% on this project, but yeah, again, I don't know if I'm gonna keep stitching it, because even though it's a night fantasy full time kind of goes together, at the same time it's such a like spring and summer vibe project that I don't think I want to keep working in it, because I also started my Yennefer, which I also didn't put any progress since the last time I showed you. But to be honest with you, she is more full vibes, dark fabric, dynamic, dramatic Yennefer, which is not her actual name. Her actual name is this, if you're also looking for this kit. This is Chart and Charms by Dimensions, so you literally get charms and a chart. That's it. Everything else you need to gather yourself. But that's the project I really want to keep working on, because she is gorgeous. And all this Krennic, it's so much fun. So she is definitely stepping with me to the fall plans, to the fall theme stitching, where the night possibly I will have to put away till next spring, unfortunately. I dreamed about him so much too, but at the end of the summer I really let myself to start so many starts that one will like take attention from the other, so on and so on. So now I have so many starts that is ridiculous, but guess what, I'm not stopping there, because fall season is here and more starts gonna be done there which we get to the next week, when I'm gonna show you my fall plans and my fall charts and kids stash. I think that was it. That's all I've been stitching this summer. I just want to thank you all for supporting, commenting, liking, and DMing me, sharing with me your progresses and stuff. This summer wasn't really progressive, I think, because like July was very hot month where I couldn't even think, not move, not stitch, nothing. I was just laying in the room under AC watching videos, because it was so ridiculously hot that my Siberian soul was melting. So I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I didn't put any much progress. I feel like lots of time I wasted just by surviving the heat. But some progress was done. I do have some finishes, and I feel like overall lots of projects got some good progress. And who knows, usually in December I like to take wherever projects I have and really try to move them to a finish. So who knows, maybe one of these projects will get to that point where I'm like, you know what, no, I want to finish it. So December will be a month for it or something. But with most of the summer projects, we're going to say goodbye till next summer slash spring seasons. And I am so excited for next week, where again I'm going to show you my plans for the fall, and I'm going to show you my fall kits and charts stash. And I'm already stitching some of it, and it's so much fun. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Again, I will see you next week, and enjoy your fall, in my opinion the most beautiful season, and I will see you very soon. Bye.